A great guest for us today, and we have Paula Clark from the Kenosha County Aging and Disability Resource Center. Paula, nice so much for you to come on out.
Thank you for having me. I'm really glad to be here.
All right, Paula, for those who don't know about the Kenosha County Aging and Disability Resource Center, what is
it? We are a county-run organization. We serve older adults with and adults with disabilities. So older adults 60 and over, and then adults with disabilities 18 and over. Our services are free. We provide resources and information, basically anything that would come under that scope, which is pretty broad. So I always tell people, first and foremost, if they're not sure what to call us for, or if they can call us, call us. Even if it's beyond what we would normally do, we will generally be able to find the answer for them. That's what we do. So it can be something as complicated as Medicaid, Medicare, things like that, which we all know are very challenging to navigate. Right now we're in open enrollment for Medicare right now, so we have benefit specialists that can help folks through that, navigate that system. It's a little bit more challenging this year. Usually we'll do classes, and of course we can't do that, but certainly phone calls and then just helping people through that process. Or they can go to Medicare.gov or call that 800 number that's available to them as well. But just getting the word out that that's what's going on right now is really critical. We do benefit assistance like I talked about, certainly Medicaid, open long-term care services. We are the agency who helps people enroll into those long-term care services like family care, IRIS, things like that. We have adult protective services that's housed in our office. And adult protective services helps folks who might be at risk, either possibly of abuse, financial or otherwise. It's always about the client, the person who's at risk, and we honor that person and their wishes. Our biggest goal throughout the agency is to help folks stay at home, whatever they call home, for as long as possible and as safely as possible. It's really their choices that we honor, and then we help them navigate that and figure out what supports they might need to stay home.
When the pandemic hit, or this past year we've been through the pandemic, has there been an increase of calls or activity through the Resource Center?
That's a great question. And of course, at first, when we had to close our doors, those calls really went down because people thought we had closed our doors and we weren't there. But we are there, and we've continued to be there. And so phone calls certainly have gone up. We are taking walk-ins now, but it's a very slow, cautious process. We take one in the office at a time, and still, even when people do come to the office, they meet in one of our what we call quick transaction offices, and there's a computer there so if somebody doesn't have a computer at home, this would be perfect for somebody like that. So they can come into the office, they can go into a very clean space that we clean every single time somebody's been in there, and put a computer and hook them up, and then one of our information specialists will be at her desk talking to them over the computer, just like we're doing right now. We don't meet face-to-face because we want to keep our folks, both our workers and the people who are coming to visit us, as safe as possible, but we want to make it available to them if they're not able to do it or feel uncomfortable doing it from home.
But any other upcoming events that you want to talk about? Or?
Really the Medicare open enrollment, which isn't as much of a event as it is just a time period. From October 15th through December 7th, folks who are on Medicare should be taking a look at their Medicare Part D and Medicare Advantage plans. Every single year you should do that. Even if you think you're going to stay on the same plan, even if nothing in your medical history has changed, the plan that you're on this year may have changed. And often what we see is by walking people through that process and taking a look, maybe a medicine that you were taking this year is not going to be paid for next year. Maybe the cost has gone up. Maybe there's another plan that's offering it for a lot cheaper than the plan that you had this year. So it's a cost-saving thing, and we've literally saved people $1,000, $1,500 by just helping them go through and take a look. A lot of this is being advertised on TV right now, and I highly recommend going to somebody who's unbiased. We're not going to recommend any insurance plan to you. We're going to help you go through that and understand the differences, but you're going to make that choice yourself. So we never recommend anything, but we will help you understand and answer any questions you have of that, so you can make an informed choice and hopefully save some money. Sometimes you're going to pick that same plan that you were on the year before, but sometimes not. And it's really critical that you do that. So you've got up to December 7th to do that. And you can do it yourself. You can go to Medicare.gov and check out those plans. You can call 1-800-MEDICARE and do that, or you can call our office, and that number is 262-605-6646.
Okay. You said the number, is there like a social media or a website that the agency has?
Absolutely. We're on Facebook. I am constantly updating that. Look for Kenosha County Aging and Disability Resource Center. Just type that into the search and you'll find us. And then certainly our website is adrc.kenoshacounty.org.
All right. Well, Paula, thank you so much for talking with us today. Again, the Kenosha County Aging and Disability Resource Center is an excellent resource in the community, and thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.